SMC. San Miguel Corporation. Growing infrastructure portfolio. San Miguel clinches 35-year concession for Batangas Toll Road project.
Diversified conglomerate San Miguel Corp. SMC, through its infrastructure unit, inked a joint venture agreement with the provincial government of Batangas for the P44.77 billion Nasugbu-Bawan Expressway, NBEX, project. The Batangas provincial government granted SMC Infrastructure a 35-year concession to build, operate, and maintain the 61-kilometer toll road which billionaire Ramon S. Ang, SMC president and chief executive, described as a project that will further unlock the economic potential of Batangas. NBEX, Ang said, is a vital infrastructure initiative in southern Luzon that will improve travel across towns throughout Batangas, particularly the 1st District. Once complete, it will make Nasugbu, Balayan, Lemery, Bawan, the city of Calaca, and other municipalities, more accessible. Transportation of people and goods will be easier, faster, and more efficient, resulting in lower cost of business and higher economic activity.
Ang said NBEX is expected to cut travel time by half between Nasugbu to Bawan, Batangas from 1.5 hours to just 45 minutes. It will also reduce the usual 5-hour trip to and from Manila to only 2 hours.
NBEX, which begins at BRGY Calaway, Nasugbu Town, runs parallel to Tagaytay-Nasugbu and Palaco-Balayan highways. The terminus of NBEX at BRGY Calaway connects the expressway to another SMC infrastructure project, the Cavite-Batangas Expressway, CBEX, which leads to Tagaytay City and Silang, Cavite.
Ang said the target for substantial completion of the project is at 48 months, including the 12-month development of the detailed engineering design.
NBEX is an exciting opportunity for us to come together once again and work towards our common goal of building a better future for our beloved Batangueños. We look forward to working with Governor Mandanas and the rest of the province's leaders and stakeholders to make this a reality, he said. Aside from NBEX, SMC operates the Tarlac-Pangasinan-La Union Expressway, TPLEX, the Skyway system that connects Balintawak to Makati through an elevated expressway, the South Luzon Expressway, and the Southern Tagalog Arterial Road Tollway. Filrt Philinvest Right Corp. Goshen and families' right earnings hit by office revenue drop. Philinvest Right Corp. The real estate investment trust of the Goshen family suffered a decline in net income by 29.6% to P1.31 billion in 2022, largely due to the reduction in rental revenue and other income. Filrt's revenue decreased by 5.88% to P3.2 billion, with lease income falling by 2.4% to P2.46 billion and other income dropping by 15.5% to P779.7 million. Filrt President and CEO Maricel Brian Lurio attributed the challenges in the office leasing segment to the implementation of hybrid work setups in PEZA zones like their Northgate property.
In addition, FILRT's consolidated costs and expenses increased by 3.3% to 1.64 billion pesos due to the rise in utilities, service, and management fees. The average occupancy for the year was 89%, with new leases totaling 5,087 square meters and 22,891 square meters of expiring leases being renewed. FILRT also signed new letters of intent to lease office space and has already renewed 32% of the lease expiries for 2023.
Brian Lurio said FILRT would concentrate on diversifying its portfolio to enhance the revenues of its existing prime office assets and ultimately increase dividends for its shareholders. RCB Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation RCBC Discar Techpreneur Program promotes financial literacy among Filipino youth. Yuchenko-led Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation, RCBC, has launched a financial literacy bootcamp and business case competition called the RCBC Discar Techpreneur Program. TS aim is to promote financial literacy among senior high school students and expose them to the challenges of running a business.
SEC Commissioner Kelvin Lester K. Lee mentored a group of students from the National Capital Region and Calabar Zone who participated in the program.
As a judge and mentor, Lee provided expert advice and feedback on the team's business plans, and selected 4 teams with the most promising ideas to receive live consulting sessions. The program's objectives align with the SEC's advocacy for financial literacy and education among the general public, which it has intensified through its SEC Communication, Advocacy, and Network, SEC CAN, initiative in partnership with public and private organizations.
PHR. PH Resorts Group Holdings, Inc. Dennis U.Y. looking for new white knight after Ricky Scraps plan to buy debt-saddled PH Resorts Cebu, Clark Casinos.
Deterred crony Dennis Wee is back to searching for a new investor to bail out PH Resorts Group's, PHR, casino projects after Bloomberry Resorts, Bloom, of ultra-billionaire Ricky Razone terminated their deal. While it is unfortunate that a deal was not closed, this now allows both parties to pursue their own plans. This development gives PHR the opportunity to re-enter into discussions with other parties that were previously put into the back burner due to the contemplated investment by Bloomberry, said PHR President Raimundo Escalona in a statement. In its meeting on March 22, the Bloom board chaired by Razone agreed to terminate the term sheet it signed with PHR's subsidiary, PH Travel and Leisure Holdings Corp. PHT, in May 2022. Bloom decided to abandon its plan to invest in PHR's Lapu-Lapu Leisure and Clark Grand Leisure, after considering the results of due diligence on the target companies in the projects. It did not elaborate. Bloom has already advanced P1 billion to PHR last year. PHR, which got the casino licenses during the Duterte administration, is in dire need of a white knight considering that construction of its Emerald Bay Casino project in Cebu has been delayed due to the company's mounting debt and cash problems. PHR dropped 6% to 80 centavos after Inquirer first reported the deal's termination. Bloom gained 2% to P9.10. AP Aboitiz Power Corporation et Sapuira ERC. Power rates in La Union up as Michael Escaler's firm deals directly with Aboitiz for power supply.
The power distribution firm owned by sugar baron Michael Escaler in La Union has been found to be dealing directly with Aboitiz Power Renewables Inc. (APRI) for its supply, bypassing the Energy Regulatory Commission (ERC). During the Senate Energy Committee's hearing Monday, March 20, the ERC said Escaler's San Fernando Electric Light and Power Company, SFELAPCO, didn't seek its approval for the deal with APRI, which reportedly led to P654 million in erroneously collected charges from SFELAPCO customers. Escaler also owns All Asian Countertrade, one of 3 importers whom Senator Riza Hontiveros alleged were favored to bring in additional sugar imports from Thailand before an importation order was issued by the Department of Agriculture, DA. Hontiveros said All Asian Countertrade, Sukdan Philippines Inc., and Edison Lee Marketing Corporation possibly earned super profits, amounting to billions of pesos from the supposed sugar importation. NSFELAPCO's defense, its general manager, Jose Lazadin, explained that it was the ERC which has yet to resolve its pending request for approval since 2013. He also denied that the company raked in P654 million in profits from the Aboitiz Power deal, saying the additional charges were pass-on generation costs. The committee chairman, Senator Sherwin Gashalian, called out SFELAPCO for its failure to go through the competitive selection process before its deal with APRI expired last year. He said the move resulted in an alleged sweetheart deal with GN Power,
which jacked up power rates by 50% in La Union starting February 2023.
Creit. Citacor Energy Right Corp. Largest solar plant in Batangas. Citacor Renewable Energy begins construction of P21 billion facility. Citacor Renewable Energy Corporation, CREC, has commenced construction of the largest project in its portfolio, a 680 megawatt MW peak solar power plant in Toy, Batangas, valued at P21 billion.
The project is expected to provide a significant boost to the Luzon grid upon completion and will be constructed over a 2-year period in phases. CREC's president and CEO, Oliver Tan, expressed the company's commitment to investing in the development of additional solar plants and increasing the country's total renewable energy capacity. The project is expected to generate around 2,400 jobs during the construction phase, with many being sourced from the host community and surrounding areas. In addition to the solar project, CREC is also investing in battery energy storage systems, BESS, to provide more competitive alternatives to end users beyond daytime. MCCCCI has been engaged to oversee the pre-development, construction, and commissioning of the Batangas solar project, which is expected to commence commercial operations by 2024. Globe Telecom, Inc. Globe Telecom eyes mid-single-digit revenue growth in 2023 despite macroeconomic headwinds. Ayala-led Globe Telecom is expecting mid-single-digit growth in overall service revenues this year despite the challenging macroeconomic environment. The company has maintained the same guidance as in the previous year despite the headwinds. It has also committed to maintaining its 50% EBITDA margin by implementing cost management initiatives.
In 2022, Globe achieved a record high of P158 billion in service revenues, a 4% increase from the previous year, driven by mobile and corporate data services as well as the increased revenue contribution of non-telco subsidiaries.
The telco also reported a 46% jump in net income, which reached P34.6 billion at the end of 2022, largely driven by gains from the partial sale of its data center business and the sale and leaseback of its tower assets.
Globe is expecting more proceeds from its tower sale and leaseback initiative this year, with the remaining towers to be turned over progressively over the next few quarters. The company sold more than 7,000 towers to MIESCOR Infrastructure Development Corp., Frontier Tower Associates Philippines, and PhilTower Consortium Inc. last year to improve its balance sheet and finance its capital expenditures.
The company has so far raised P39 billion from these transactions.
UBP. Union Bank of the Philippines, Inc. Resort developer secures P9B loan from AUB, Union Bank.
Han Philippines Inc., the developer of Swissôtel and Marriott Hotels in Clark, Pampanga, sealed a P9 billion loan deal with the Ng family's Asia United Bank and Aboitiz-led Union Bank of the Philippines to finance a 450-hectare master-planned resort development in New Clark City, Tarlac.
Han Philippines said the project, known as Han Reserve, is now undergoing site preparation and general infrastructure development for its first phase, which will cost P17 billion.
We are grateful to our partner banks and financial institutions for the trust and confidence in our vision to develop a truly world-class integrated resort that will solidify the reputation of Clark as an important leisure and lifestyle destination not just in the country but in the region, Dae Sik Han, Chair and CEO of Han Philippines, said in a statement. The project will include Banyan Tree Luxury Hotel and Residences and an 18-hole mountain golf course by Nicklaus Design, founded by sports legend Jack Nicklaus.
It is a privilege for us to be a part of Han's immense growth since its early beginnings, said Christine L.M. Reyes, AUB Senior Vice President and Head of Investment Banking Group.
Likewise, we look forward to our continued partnership with this loan and to the company's unabated success as it expands its business and operations, she added. Han Reserve's first phase will also include a clubhouse and 10-hectare public park along with other ancillary facilities. We look back at how Han Philippines has progressed through the years and it is quite exceptional, said Union Bank Executive Vice President Antonino S. Fajardo. We are proud to have been part of that growth story of what was once the modest Weedo's Hotel. Today, the rebranded Han Resorts and the soon-to-be Han Reserve are poised to forever change not just the physical landscape of Clark and the North, but also to positively impact their economies, he added.